Ladies and gentlemen, it's teaser talk time.
Would y'all look at that sad-ass corn? But that's a badass tractor.
I feel like no topic is off limits for teaser talk.
I just picture them with an iPad. And, I mean, that's it. Let's get real. We were the cool kids who were too cool for the other kids to realize we were cool.
You goddamn better believe it.
Hand check, you guys.
I may have been conceived to that song, Holly.
Make some noise for your co-hosts, Hey Donna Hey and Holly Nicole.
Happy Teaser Talk Tuesday. Hope you're having the raddest day ever. Hey Donna Hey and Holly Nicole here with another kick-ass cast episode.
So today we're going to be talking about those bands who may or may not be on the top of the charts yet. But we've recently discovered them, we love them, and we really want to share them with you.
Yes, so obviously we love music, and we love to not only listen to our favorite bands, but to also throw some new ones in the mix, as I'm sure you do as well. We have decided to start doing a monthly episode dedicated to just that, rising rock stars. They might not be new, but they are new to us, and maybe they'll be new to you as well.
So here's our April episode of these bands we want you to check out. And who knows, we may even see them as guests on an upcoming Teaser Talk episode.
Awesome. So let's start off with our first band, and that will be Them Evils. I had seen these guys play at a festival over the summer of last year, and you know me, I pick up on style immediately. So I was standing right in front, front row, you know how we do it. And I just really love their look and style. You know, they had the vest with the patches on it, the wallet chains, and the distressed jeans, just a rocker style. And I was like, dude, that's awesome. Well, then they started playing, and they just have like a rad jive. You can definitely tell that they're inspired by legends like Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, and of course, Queens of the Stone Age. So they're awesome, like I had just said. Put them on a good random shuffle and get to work background music is my recommendation for this band because they're good to just be productive with. I would recommend checking them out on their new single, She Got Nothin'. Follow them on Instagram, which is Them Evils.
Awesome. I've not heard them yet. I'm going to have to check them out.
That's
So
good.
my first suggestion is a band called Hop Along. And I actually discovered them when I stumbled upon their Facebook page. The lead singer is this badass chick named Frances Quinlan. And that's really what made me want to stop and listen. I just love seeing rock and roll females. They fit into kind of indie rock genre and are also considered folk rock, which is just a really fun kind of sound. They're not a new band. They actually started in 2005 during Frances's senior year of high school. However, they've started to gain popularity over the last couple of years, and they'll be hitting the road this summer, so be on the lookout for Hop Along in a city near you. You can check out their Instagram at Hop Along the Band, where you'll find all of their tour dates. And Holly, they'll actually be in Dallas on June 18th, so maybe you'll be able to check them out live.
That's awesome. I'll definitely have to check them out live. It's cool to see female rockers. I know we need to get some. Hopefully we can get these people on here because we need some female interviewees on Teaser Talk. So awesome. We'll definitely check that out, and I will look at that date. Thanks for the heads up. Cool. So next we have Night Rage. All one word. I had discovered them on Spotify. You gotta love it, like whenever you have that playlist, and after it's over, Spotify will just randomly play songs that you will probably like based upon the music you were just listening to. So that had happened, and it had made me, like, for a second, I had to stop and think, dang, who are these guys? At the first listen, it reminded me of Atreyu's Bleeding Mascara song. I know it's an old school song, but that's the sound that it reminded me of. So that's what I was digging that. They're pretty cool. They're definitely not new, as they have albums dating back to 2003. But they are, of course, new to me. I would recommend The Venomous, which is a song off of the album titled The Venomous. Their Instagram is at Night Rage Official. Go and check them out.
They sound awesome. So we talk a lot about how much we enjoy finding new or less followed bands. And one of my favorite places to actually do this is bringthenoise.com. It's completely focused around all genres of rock. So when I'm feeling like I need some new music in my life, I head to the Noise and browse the new artist section. Recently, I've discovered a few new favorites there, one of which is called 68. So this duo includes guitarist and lead singer Josh Coggin and drummer Nico Yamada. So I was drawn to them because they were said to have a similar sound to Nirvana and the White Stripes, which if you ask me is a pretty damn good combination. You can find them on Instagram at theyare68, and they're definitely worth checking out.
That is a badass combination of Nirvana and the White Stripes. I will be checking those people out for sure. All right, so my last suggestion will be the Fever 333. And I really like it. They have that cool, almost a little bit of a screamo, but also like a punk sound to me. I really liked that sound since, what was I mean, like 12 or whatever, since I've, really got into that. They remind me of a little bit of the old school song, the Showbreads' Mouth Like a Magazine song. If you haven't heard them, you need to go check them out. They're kind of a fun sound. But anyways, back to this band. They're kind of also, it reminded Donna when I sent it to her, it reminded her of Sum 41 a little bit too with Beastie Boys. And I know that's a completely crazy amount of bands I just mixed in, but they just have a really unique, cool sound. And they also get cool points because it looks like they'll be touring with The Used this year. And of course, you guys all know how we feel about The Used. So their single, We're Coming In, has an awesome vibe to it. Check it out. And make sure also to follow them on their Instagram, which is at thefever333.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing a The Used t-shirt right now. And I feel like every time we bring up The Used, one of us is wearing some article of clothing that pertains to that band. But I mean, we are pretty obsessed, so it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. And what's really funny is I almost wore one too, so that's good. We're not super creepy today. I love it.
Not super. We're still there, but not super. So here's my last one. And something that I think is gaining a lot of popularity is hip-hop rock type mashups. And that's exactly what this next artist is. Nothing Nowhere is Joe Mulheron. And he actually got into music when he was 12 years old and borrowed his cousin's guitar. I'm also really intrigued by him because when he performs, he always wears the hood and covers his face. I actually even searched the internet for a while trying to find a picture of him and couldn't even find pictures where his face wasn't covered. So something about that mystery is just really hot, if you ask me. You can check out his Instagram at Nothing Nowhere and you'll see what I mean.
Sounds like a scavenger hunt. You put me on a mission now. I want to go find a picture of this guy without his hood and his mask on. Awesome. Well, we hope that you go out and check out these rad bands. We've made it super simple for you guys to actually do this. We've created a playlist on Spotify titled Rising Rockstars, where we've added these bands and their singles that we'd recommended on so that you can have them all in one spot and listen to them at your leisure.
Yeah, and make sure to follow that playlist as well as our Teaser Tuesday playlist. This is going to be where we will be adding new tracks we are jamming to currently. We'll update it every Tuesday with fresh rockin' tracks.
For sure. And of course, you have to follow our own podcast episodes on Spotify. And then you can, of course, follow our user account. That will have all kinds of rad jams to it. We'll make sure to link that up on our Facebook, which we're now proudly finally using.
So if you're a rising rock star, your cousin manages a cool-ass local band, or even just the kids down the block sound pretty good practicing in the garage, whatever the case may be, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at Teaser Talk or on Facebook, which is also Teaser Talk. We would love for you to share. Also, be sure to subscribe to our mailing list at teasertalk.com to stay up to date with all of our shenanigans. And until next time, guys, keep rocking.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Teaser Talk.
Tune in next time to catch some more shenanigans.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Teaser Talk. Also, follow us on Twitter at talk_2_teaser.
Until next time, keep rocking.